Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Harmony and I'm so happy to be here. If you don't know me, you can check out my intro on how to empower yourself, but briefly my channel is about empowering people, and how I do this is by posting a question at a time and give you 3 simple guidelines on how to answer those questions so you can get the best out of it. And I also post some videos on some spiritual topics and what they mean. They are my interpretations, so I hope they help you on your journey. So what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about Source, the Creator or God, whatever you call it, and how it's broken down, so where we come from. Now, some of the materials that I've got, I'm going to present to you, are what I've read and listen to or watch, but some of them are my own. So what I'm doing here is like putting my understanding and whatever information resonated with me and putting it all together, so we can give you an understanding of where we came from and who we are. So let us start then. Okay, it's a bit different today. I've got a board here to write on, so I've found it. This is the best way I can explain, is by doing a drawing. So let's start. So if I draw a circle here, one circle, and let's call this, if you call it God, Source, or you call it Creator, or you call it the Potential, because it's like everything is energy. So this is the big energy from where everything came out, and we can also call it Mother, Father, God. Right? So why I have drawn a circle is because the circle is a sign of completeness, of oneness. So this is what we are going to call God, or the Creator, or the Source as. So just one whole big energy. Then one thing I didn't mention here is like we can call this energy as manifested, right? So it's at the energy level where it hasn't manifested yet. So it's got all of this energy. Okay. Now, when this energy manifests, it creates multiple universes. So I'm using the word universes just for us to understand. So let's do it this way. We have like, we'll draw them as suns. So we've got like several universes. I know the universe are like spiral, but I'm drawing them as the sun, so as to make it easier to understand. Right, so these are universes, multiverses. Okay, now each one of them is a universe. So now let's focus on one of them. Say this is on the first one, this is the universe that we are living in, right? So this, our universe, is called a moon-up consciousness. Okay, so this is because we all have the same consciousness in this universe, and this moon-up consciousness then is broken down again. So let's call it like, if this is a universe, it's got several galaxies. Okay, so all the galaxies are going around a sun. Okay, so let's relate that and call it the great central sun. Okay, so everything that is created has got matter and spirit. So everything that is manifested has got matter and spirit. I know some of these universes have got a spirit and not specifically solid matter, but they can also have like gas. Like what I'm talking about is like the planets that are gas planets. But for this video, just to make it more understandable, easy, I'm going to use the term matter when I'm talking about physicality. So spirit and matter exist in all of these. Okay, so if I just write it up here, which is very nice. So the manifestation is spirit and matter. Okay, so the spirit and matter. So now we go back to our universe. We come back. So our universe has got the same consciousness, and our universe has got several galaxies, and all these galaxies revolve around a great central sun. So let's say it's one galaxy, okay, and it's revolving around one great central sun. And then this monad consciousness is broken down again. So the monad is broken down again in several suns. So we call that the oversoul. Okay, so each one is an oversoul. The oversoul again is broken down from that. So let's talk about, like we were talking about, this ray. So this ray, let me do it this way so we know what we are talking about. So this ray is a monad consciousness. Then this one is broken down again into oversouls. So we got like other central suns. Okay, so that's the great central sun, And then we've got all these, each one that is going, revolving around this one galaxy as central sun. Right? Now, to me, my understanding is that these oversouls, these central suns, like I said, everything has got matter and spirit. We can see them with a 3D, in the 3D, but they also have got the spirit, they're all alive. So now, each sun then, so is then broken down into several suns. Okay, so then we have suns, and we can call them as souls. So it's our souls, and a group of this, so is called the soul group. Okay, so that's called the soul group. So every one of them is broken down into several. Well, some people say there are 12 of these oversouls, and then each oversoul is broken down into 12 again, but I'm not writing this down here because I don't know. I've read about it, but I don't know, so I'm not going to put any information there that I don't know. But these all resonated with me, and like I said, I'm just putting together everything that I feel I understand, and it feels right, it feels okay to me, it feels correct. Okay, so now these souls, so let's draw a line here, and we'll draw a line here so we know what we are talking about. So let's draw a line here. Now, so we have this. Now, what happens here? Just move this a little bit. Okay. Now, each one then is broken down again. Okay, so then we have got here a masculine and a feminine, masculine and a feminine, masculine, feminine, masculine and feminine, masculine and feminine. So, when we are talking about soulmate, we can have a feminine from here and a masculine from here. They are soulmates. So then we have the concept of soulmate. It can either be this, or you can also have them as, say, this is one central sun, and then you have like another central sun here, and that central sun is broken down, same as this. So you can have like one masculine from this and a feminine from the other one as a soulmate, Or you can also have like masculine, masculine, feminine, feminine, but they are like friends or relatives or whatever. Okay. Now, when we come to twin flames is this. Right, so this is the concept of twin flames. This is where twin flames originate from, when everything is broken down. Okay? And then from here on, we decide whether to take birth on the planet Earth or whatever world we want to be. But we are all an aspect of our oversoul, our monad, and eventually source. So this is where we originated from and came down, and we were manifested, we were created, and when manifestation takes place, then we choose to live where we want to. So then we can choose to live wherever we want. This is how it's like it's all us. So it's all us. So we are here, but we are part of this. So this is the concept of oneness. But when we are starting to align, we're looking for alignment. What does that mean? It means like we are trying to align with our souls first, because the soul is part of the oversoul, and the oversoul is part of the monad. So this is how we start aligning ourselves, getting to know ourselves. And when we are born in the 3D world, we are so disconnected from all of this, because all we see is the matter. We just see the physical. We don't see the spiritual side of things. We don't see ourselves as souls. And if you know about past life, future life, and all these, or read any books about the past lives and how many lifetimes we've had, one of the books is by Michael Newton, and his Journey of Souls. It's very good book that explains, if you've read about it, and it explains what happens to the soul after we die. And he does talk about soul groups and the teachers who are teaching that at that level, at that dimension after we die, where the soul goes to. And then you have the Akashic record that's there. So this is where the Akashic record is, in here. So how we access that? If we are living here, we are living on the planet, and we want to access it, so we have to align with our souls first, then we can access our oversoul. And so I'll just write it down here. This is where you can access the Akashic records. But we can be a resident of this planet at this point in time, but we can also be one of the other ones, other oversoul, or we can also be that belong to another star system, and then but we live here. So every dimension, there are beings living in those dimensions. And my understanding is, the information I got was that all these beings that are living at these higher dimensions, we can choose wherever we want to go. we can choose to live here with the Moonlight group at the Moonlight consciousness level, or we can choose to live at the oversoul consciousness, or we can choose to live in the 3D as souls. So it's up to us where we want to live, and it's also it also depends on how evolved we are, because when we come to the 3D, we are not as involved. We get stuck into this cycle of life and death, birth and death. So we get stuck into this, but I'll do a separate video on that, on why we get stuck into this cycle. So the ones who are living, the beings that are living at that level, they are very advanced, high beings, and the physicality differs as well. So we have come from there, but we've been experiencing what we want to experience. And once we come to this 3D, like I said, we get stuck into this birth and death cycle. So I'll do another video and explain about how to come out of that. But I didn't want to talk about it today, like all my videos recently. But I've just been like, got this nudge. People are waking up quickly, and they need to know about this. And this is my understanding of it, where we come from, where we are right now. And if it's going to help you to understand yourself better, where you originated from, and if it resonates with you, then I'm happy. But if it doesn't, it's still fine, like I always say. But I just felt like I had to put this information out there. And like I said, it's the material I got. It's not only my material, but it's from whatever the subject I've read, and other people I've listened to, and my own meditation, my own information. So this is it for this video, and I hope this makes sense to you. But yeah, certain things are beyond our comprehension, because the human mind cannot understand how all this creation and everything else works. It's just, we do try to understand, and we get to a point where we can understand, but again, we are given the answers that it's beyond our comprehension. So we stick to what we understand, and I'll leave this with you. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you learned something from it. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.